Hello, thank you for stopping by to watch this video. I want to teach as many U.S. business owners, 1099 income earners, and also U.S. investors to save as much money as they can on their federal and state income taxes. I want to first start off with three simple questions. Do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Just say yes. The second question, do you want to save federal and state taxes year after year, generation after generation? Again, just say yes. And the third question, do you want to know the secret of the rich? Just say yes. So, welcome to Save Taxes Legally with the Spendthrift Trust. So few people have ever heard of the trust. It comes from England way back when famous King Henry VIII, that king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England. He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England. They went further back to the Magna Carta. It became contract law and came to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. They've been saving taxes for more than 3.5 centuries. Well, my personal story, I became a real estate investor after I got hit by a car, had no gap insurance, he had no insurance, and my mom got sick and her hospital bill was over $72,000. In 2019, I was working full-time and I wholesaled 7 properties and I paid off all my debt, $184,000. Woohoo! I was a rock star. I knew about capital gains and I had put aside $50,000. Well, Silly Sally didn't know my tax rate went from 22% up to 24%, and I owed the federal government $79,000 in short-term capital gains. That was devastating. I had to take out a HELOC on my just paid off house, which completely defeated the purpose of being no debt, and I paid my bill. Well, I got to thinking. I had read an article about the Rockefellers and their trust that is called the Office, and they haven't been paying taxes since 1913. Guess who went on a quest? For 5 months, I researched the Spendthrift Trust, and in September 2000, I started both my business trust and my beneficial trust. And I would now want to teach this to as many other U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors, how they too can save taxes year after year, generation after generation. The Benson Financial Trust was written 76 years ago by Paul Benson, a Harvard law professor. In 76 years, it has never ever been audited. His law firm is now owned by his grandson and great-grandson, so the name has changed on the law firm. It's called Rosen and Rosen. But when you start a Spendthrift Trust with the law firm, they will give you, if you get questioned by the IRS, you will be defended free of charge, because it never happens. So with the Spendthrift Trust, you're going to save in 4 very important ways. Number 1, federal and state taxes year after year, generation after generation. Number 2, all of your information will be private. Your LLC or your S Corp is not private. I can either go to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission and research your LLCs. 40% of all LLCs get sued every year. There's a reason for it. Number 3, talking about lawsuits. If you get everything in the trust, all lawsuits become frivolous and go away and you pay nothing. And number 4, if you're not aware of the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act, with the Benson Financial Trust, you do not have to do that paperwork. So let's get into this. The business trust is for U.S. business owners and 1099 income earners. You will save at least 90% on your federal income taxes yearly, and in 43 states, you will no longer pay state income taxes. This is saving my clients thousands of dollars. I just had a conversation today with a lady who started her own online business. They were at 12% tax bracket. In the first 5 months of 2024, she has made over $100,000, and it bumped them up to from 12% tax bracket up to 22% tax bracket. If they don't start the Spendthrift Trust, chances are they'll go up to the 24% tax bracket before the end of the year. I took her out to NerdWallet. I showed her the formulas. I sent her the 3 articles, and she has to talk it over with her husband. But we will be saving her at least $10,895 for the rest of the year if they start the trust. That's a lot of money. To give you another example, my favorite pizzeria here in the Charlotte area, they're making about $15,000 a month gross, which is $180,000. And in 2023, they were able to save over $34,000 in federal and state income taxes. So what did they do with that money? they opened up a third pizzeria. And in 2025, they're going to open up a fourth pizzeria. I can't go in there because they keep giving me free food. I'm going to get fat. So that's the business trust. If you would like to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me, I will have it in the chat. It's www.thetrustisyou.com. I'll take you out to NerdWallet and show you all the information. Also, when I post this, put free in the chat if you want a free class that I have on the Great Discovery. The beneficial trust is for all investors. I don't care if you are a real estate investor like myself, you're a crypto investor, you're doing forex, you're in the stock market, you're doing crypto, whatever you're doing. With the Spendthrift Trust, you're going to save the following 5 taxes year after year, generation after generation. You will no longer pay short-term or long-term capital gains on any profits. So if you are a forex investor, a crypto investor, a wholesaler, a fix and flipper, auction houses, or tax liens, that short-term capital gains are between 10% to 37%. Anything over a year is long-term capital gains. So if you're selling an investment property, you're selling a business, if you're selling crypto after holding it for a few years, or in forex investing, you'll save thousands of dollars. Interest income is for passive investors, people who are in a REIT, mutual funds. Maybe you're subject to real estate. You're doing the BRRRR strategy. I personally have notes, creative financing or seller financing. Dividend income taxes. If you're in the stock market, doing dividend investing, stock market investing, if you're doing commodities trading, futures trading, options trading, you'll be saving dividend income taxes. Again, tax between 10% to 37% depending on your tax bracket. Rental income taxes. Yes, you can take depreciation. Yes, you can take cost averaging. But remember, all lawsuits become frivolous. So if the renter's dog gets out and bites someone, they can't come after you. But again, with rental income taxes, if you are a short-term rental, have short-term, long-term, or maybe you're doing arbitrage. And finally, royalty income taxes. They're taxed a little bit less, 10% to 35%, depending on their tax brackets, but anybody who has talent. I personally don't have any talent. So I'm inviting all U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me to see how much you could be saving in taxes. I do suggest if you are a business owner, you need to be making at least $80,000 a year to make it worth that. Again, if you put free, when I post this on chat, I will send you my free class on the Great Discovery. And when you go out there, there is an Excel spreadsheet to show how much in each state you'll be saving. 7 states don't have state income taxes. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Take care. Learn something new, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Take care.